The first leads in just about 84 minutes and 10 seconds, viewers. Here it's result day live. Bihar has gone to the ballot and Bihar has voted like never before with a revised voter roll and a whole host of voters. Nearly 40 to 45% of the voters, if my memory serves me right, and the experts here can bear us out on the fact that they have never seen beyond Nitish Raj. They were born or they started voting when Nitish was Chief Minister, and today they've come to vote again at when Nitish is Chief Minister. Is there a leadership transition that we are seeing? Is there going to be an arresting of the ballot if the ballot is not in your favor? Is what the RJD trying to do to flex muscle to send 20,000 people of its cadre to all these counting centers? Is this all fair? Is this all good?
Well, I think Anand,
isn't this unnecessary muscle flex?
Anand, our democratic credentials are very strong. I think whatever RJD is also there within the four walls of parliamentary democracy. I don't see anything extraordinary happening. We are reading too much into from a poster. And as I said, right to assemble is a democratic right unless it is denied by the local administration. I think everything will be fine.
No, right to assemble when with posters that say Savdhan. With someone, Priyam Gandhi Modi, is this signs of a loser or is it signs of a winner?
No. This is preparing to lose, right? Like, so in case the numbers are not as per what the party cadres want them to be, these are preparatory signs to cause some commotion and chaos.
But what is he that he's talking about 2020? What is he saying that those are 20 में जो आपने किया वापस नहीं करने देंगे?
Well, the RJD feels that in 2020 it fought a very good election. It was the largest party with 75 seats, but it could not cross the mark, I think, due to the Congress party, which won only 19 out of the 70 seats it contested, with the poorest strike rate in Bihar. So RJD, in fact, was, I think, robbed of a win, not by the BJP or the JDU, but by the Congress party, its own ally. See, Anand, I think in this election, there's always a turning point in an election. I think the turning point, I think, for the RJD was 3 months back when that whole that businessman's murder happened right outside Gandhi Maidan. Tejashwi Yadav mounted this campaign against Nitish Kumar, saying the law and order is same, the jungle Raj is the same as maybe you accuse us of. They kept up at that campaign before Rahul Gandhi arrived in Bihar and turned the campaign around totally to the SIR issue. I think in Bihar, if you have to defeat Nitish Kumar after him being CM for almost 20 years, you have to portray and at least you have to make the people believe that the Jungle Raj is there in Nitish Kumar's rule as well. RJD very clearly knows that the Jungle Raj, is there on their, is a mark on them, and that is why you see Lalu Yadav has not been on any poster of RJD. It's just been Tejashwi Yadav. In fact, at the RJD office, you don't see a Lalu Yadav poster. But now you see it today.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because the core RJD voter, I must tell you, Anand, if you go to the ground in Bihar, the core RJD voter still is a Lalu loyalist.
And this is all Lalu ka beta. This is all Lalu ka beta, and Tejashwi, Tej Pratap is also coming out and saying Lalu ka beta, viewers. And the important part in this whole story is the Anand Singh matter. What happened in Mokama? The JDU, did they quickly allow the arrest to happen for him to be sent to judicial custody so that there is no mahal created about law and order again? So those two things, the businessman's murder and what happened with Anand Singh in Mokama. Let's quickly now try and understand what is at stake in terms of a referendum on Nitish Kumar's 20 years of Sushasana. Because he is the incumbent, he has switched ranks, he's been called Palturam in the past, but he continues to remain one of the strongest faces and the most trusted faces in Bihar, irrespective of what anybody talks about his health, his ability, his faculties, etc. Now, it's another test of this entire turning anti-incumbency tide. First electoral test for the NDA after Operation Sindoor. And it's also the verdict on the NDA's Vikas model versus the opposition's jobs promise. But more importantly, do you or do you not think, Nalin, this is also perhaps going to test or show to the world that the BJP can work in an alliance? The BJP can work as the weaker or the number 2 partner.
So, well, last time the BJP ended up getting many more seats than the JDU. But I think, look, the question mark on the BJP has always been, allies have always been worried about the fact that will the BJP eventually gobble them up, right? Yeah. So you've seen what's happened in Maharashtra. You've even seen. So the regional parties are generally always very apprehensive about this because the BJP poses an existential threat to many regional parties because as they dissipate beyond their original founders, they either they either have a good succession or eventually the polity is moving towards national parties, and where the BJP, in the absence of a strong Congress, is kind of encroaching on their turf. So therefore, this election, to my mind, is as existential for the RJD as it's a very existential one for RJD, because they lost the last election. They fought a very important, very strong campaign. They almost won. And I think Tejashwi ran a very good campaign last time.
Yeah.
So this time, if they lose again, the RJD has not been barring the interim with Nitish. So in fact, that's what I said. Otherwise, the RJD would not have been in power 20 years.
That's something which I'm trying to understand. Last time around, Tejashwi ran a fantastic campaign. There was some momentum there. There was also a certain level of angst against Nitish. Plus, Chirag Paswan was drumming up the anti-Nitish sentiment further within the NDA ranks itself, saying that I am Hanuman to Modi ji, but Nitish teri khair nahi. You know, Modi tujhse bair nahi, Nitish teri khair nahi. He was going up. And that perhaps weakened Nitish in the first, and the JDU in the first phase. Then immediately when they realized, oh, it swung all the way towards the RJD, did the NDA course correct and then come back and then ask Chirag to pipe down, and 2 and 3 they somehow recovered, if the numbers can back that up. But this time around, that's not there. So has the RJD been as good as 2020, or were they a shade
There's no
lesser?
Clear anti-incumbency this time against at least Nitish or Modi. If BJP actually if we see NDA losing seats, that would probably be because of local candidates, not the main government, not the main heads of government. So there is nothing. I mean, if we have reporters on the ground, we have been having them for a long time. The other channels I've been watching. But nobody has really picked up a very strong anti-incumbency sentiment, unless there is something, completely under the water.
When from Raghopur, a local guy just walks up to Arun Singh on News 18 India and he says कि वो पुलिया बनाया है, इतने साल से यहाँ थे, कौन पुलिया बनाया? और वो उधर देखिए, मेरा पड़ोसी का बच्चा का जान बच गया, 1.5 घंटे में अस्पताल पहुंच गए, पहले 6-7 घंटा लगता था, घूम के जाना पड़ता था, पूर्णिया में एयरपोर्ट, पटना में एयरपोर्ट. People are also seeing the Vikas, but this entire sarkari naukri in every family versus 1 crore jobs where we create opportunities कि बिहारी को बाहर नहीं जाना पड़े. Which of these narratives will actually work? We'll pick that up after a break. We have to take a break, viewers. Stay with us.